Narrative point of view can drastically change how a story feels and is perceived by readers. Each form offers its own unique advantages and challenges. Here's a breakdown of the three main narrative forms: first person, second person, and third person, with tips for each. First person, I, me, my, we are. Advantages: intimacy. Readers get a direct line into the protagonist's thoughts, feelings, and perspective, fostering a close emotional connection. Voice allows for a strong, unique character voice, which can make the narrative distinctive and memorable. Reliability introduces the possibility of an unreliable narrator, which can add layers of complexity to the story. Challenges and AMP. Tips: limited perspective. The story is constrained by what the narrator knows and observes. Be creative in revealing information outside their direct experience. Bias. The protagonist's perspective might be skewed. Balance this by showing actions and dialogues that might counter their view. Second person, you, your. Advantages: immediacy. This form engages the reader directly, making them a participant in the story, which can be immersive. Novelty. Less common in narrative fiction, so it can make your story stand out. Challenges and AMP. Tips: alienation. Risk. Some readers find the second person off-putting or jarring. Use it deliberately and with purpose. Sustainability. Maintaining a second-person perspective for a long work can be challenging. It's often best used in short stories, vignettes, or specific sections of a larger work. Third person: he, she, they, it, his, her, theirs. There are variations within third person. Third person limited, sticks to one character's perspective at a time. Third person omniscient. The narrator knows everything, including the thoughts and feelings of all characters. Third person objective. Only external actions and dialogue are narrated, no inner thoughts. Advantages: flexibility. Can move between characters, settings, and times more fluidly. Scope. Especially with omniscient, you can cover grand scales and multiple storylines more easily. Neutrality. Offers a more objective view of events and characters than first person. Challenges and AMP. Tips: distance. Can be less intimate than first person. Mitigate this by diving deep into characters' emotions and internal conflicts, especially in limited third person. Head hopping. In omniscient, avoid confusing readers by jumping between characters' thoughts too frequently. Transition clearly. Voice. Third person doesn't mean the narration should be bland. Develop a unique narrative voice. General tips: match point of view to story needs. Consider what perspective will best serve your story's themes, scope, and emotional arcs. Consistency. While it's possible to shift perspectives, do so with purpose and ensure that transitions are clear to avoid confusing the reader. Experiment. If a story isn't working in one point of view, try rewriting a section in another. The change might reveal a new depth or direction for your story. Ultimately, the choice of narrative form should resonate with the story you're trying to tell and the emotional experience you aim to evoke in the reader.